It is Sunday morning. It is actually Father's Day here in the US, and I am headed to Carlsbad. I am doing one of my last big runs, headed into probably the last big week of training before Ironman 70.3 Oregon. So today, got a 90-minute run, headed down to do it with some of the Yogi Triathletes and my coach BJ. And I don't officially know yet, but what I believe we are doing will be 90 minutes of 800s. Yesterday, did a little pre-Father's Day celebration. Went over to Catalina, sailed over with some friends, and just hung out all day. Had a blast swimming. Took the girls over on the island. They had never been over on the island. Catalina, or Santa Catalina, which is the actual name, is an island 26 miles off the coast of California. It's 22 miles long. There's about 4,000 people that live on the island. It has two main cities or areas. There's the city of Avalon, which is where probably 90% of the people actually live. And then there's another area on the other side of the island where they do a bunch of camping and things like that. But in the city of Avalon, that's pretty much where the majority of people live. The island actually was developed by the Wrigley family back in the 20s. Wrigley's gum, they developed it, and 90% of the island is a preserve, which is amazing because it's all protected. There's a ton of wildlife over there. You can do a bunch of fun stuff. It's beautiful. I love going over there. Don't go enough. But now I've got about 40 minutes left on this drive. What are we doing today?
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. So today, we are going to do some 800s.
800s.
You haven't done them in a month.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fun. I'm going to have you and Daniel, since you're both neck and neck at Oregon.
Yeah.
I'm going to have you guys alternate back and forth. Who's leading?
Ah, all right.
It'll be fun.
I remember that day when the first time I came out and we did 800s and I was completely out of shape, and when I started doing 640s and literally got my ass kicked and just about died.
It was about a year ago, I want to say.
So are we resting? What's the rest in between?
So today, because we're 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks out, and plus I know what you guys did this week, like leading in here, a little bit fatigued, it's going to be a minute standing rest. Normally we would do like a 200 or 400 easy jog. We're going to take the rest.
Okay, so 90 minutes. Is he doing 90 minutes? Mm-hmm. 800s, 1 minute rest after each.
And I'm not sure how many 800s. This is the great thing about having
how many can we get
your
down?
coach right here. It's like, we'll see how you guys feel.
Leashen up the beast. Leashen up the beast.
Sidewalk. To change a flat, it toppled over.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Nice.
The wind blows it or something. Oh, that happened to me in Arizona, and it scratched my brakes all up.
Take off the weekend. How you guys feeling? 5 in.
Good.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. How you feeling?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah,
What's
really
good?
Smooth and tall, and I keep focusing on like soft chest, relaxed shoulders.
Daniel?
They're really not that bad when you don't go full on, like, blow yourself up in the first, like.
Oh, you wait. How you feeling, Chris?
Good.
Does it help to have somebody in front of you?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny though. You end up matching your stride. Yeah.
I can hear the cadence. You guys
Yeah.
are like.
It's very hard to like not match cadence.
Don't leave us with the camera because we will film ourselves.
We like the camera.
Ah, I see a couple fresh little daisies coming down the pike here.
So, Daniel and Chris have been going back and forth who leads. They'll be finishing, this is number 12 of the 800s. Jess over here had 6 800s. And what did you take for rest, a minute?
I did 2 minutes. I
2
just
minutes.
gave myself full rest.
And then 4 200s?
4 200s. 1
Nice
minute
quick,
rest.
quick turnover.
Yeah.
So, all right, I see the boys coming. Great. How'd you guys like following each other? Versus doing it alone?
Much easier to chase somebody.
In this.
All right. What is this called?
It's called the Spiritual Awakening Smoothie. More kick, more kick. And it's got the good cacao in it. Ceremonial grade, of course. It's a vasodilator, so it like increases your blood circulation, so it's great for recovery.
That's
What do
good.
we think? You like?
Yeah, that's really good.
My mistake.
Do you sage your house often?
No, I need to.
Daniel, get some sage.
We have some. Somebody gave us some for housewarming.
All right, we are headed to swim. I did not come prepared, so I'm swimming like a real open water swimmer today.
That's for sure.
Tough guy. Tough guy swim.
I'm gonna have to make sure I tag Sabrina. I swam without a wetsuit. We're going no wetsuit today. Although I swam in Catalina yesterday, it was no big deal. We're done with the run, done with the swim, and done with coffee.
And smoothie bowls.
Smoothie bowls. At least I had a smoothie bowl. Jess had a smoothie bowl. Banana muffin. And now we're just hanging out. And I'm going to talk with Jess a little bit about mindset and talk. I got to credit these two for a lot of my shift in mindset over the last couple of years. I think all the years I've had in endurance, there's been a lot of doubts and really just kind of the wrong mindset and the wrong approach to how I think about things, kind of the thought cycles and patterns. So these two have been critical in helping me shift that mindset. I mean, it's super casual, and then we'll just edit it. Right? I mean, just cut all my mess ups out. You
Okay.
don't get yours are gonna stay in. That's the magic of the editor. I get to take my mess ups out. Well, I figured this would be a great video to talk about mindset because I am down here with Jess, who is. It's funny because I refer to you as like my triathlon coach and you as my mindset coach, but you're kind of a package deal because they're both helping with mindset and coaching and so many things beyond athletics, really. So I thought I was going to be down here, and Jess has done such a huge amount of work with me on kind of shifting mindsets and recognizing thought patterns and things like that. So I just thought I'd ask her to share some of her wisdom or spit some wisdom.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it all really begins with, that's good that you just took that away because I'd just be looking at myself the whole time because like you, I have an ego. And I think two things. So I brought up the ego word. There's this misconception that the ego is your enemy, and it's not. It's a teammate who's waiting for you to find it. And when you can tame the ego, number one, you got to be aware of it. You got to understand its calling cards and how it works. That your ego, especially on race day, can be such an incredible teammate. And it can really, as my teacher says, like get all your faculties moving in the same direction. And your ego is a part of that. And you can really find great success with your ego as your amigo, I guess. But I mean, I've heard like there's books out there called Your Ego is Your Enemy. And that is not correct information. And then the other thing is that, by the time we're 5 years old, the majority of our belief systems are solidified. And then no one tells us to be aware of what those beliefs are. And no one tells us to be aware that those beliefs can be limiting, that they can actually create these hard lines in our life experience and really cage us into this life of limitation. And I think that's where we become really susceptible to the virus of the mind, which is doubt. And so I think the greatest message that I am here on this earth to share with people is that every single one of us can be the masters of our mind. And not only can we be the masters of our mind, I believe it is why we are all here, is to understand and learn how to tame the mind. Because our freedom, our bondage, our liberation, our victimization, it is all within our mind and our mindset. And so as a longtime yogi, I've been practicing yoga since the early 1990s. And then I've been an athlete now, endurance athlete, for almost 2 decades. And I have seen how the mind can really derail people, and not just derail them like on race day, but derail them leading up to the race. Just an unbelievable expenditure of energy and worry and concern about circumstances that are out of their control. And so we can say all day long, I'm just going to control the controllables. But you can't just intellectually understand that. You have to embody it. That the change that I'm talking about comes on a cellular level. And the training of the mind that I'm talking about comes through a great deal of stillness and silence. Whereas I see the majority of people training their mind in a way of where they're getting mental toughness, right? So mind training as a byproduct of a difficult workout or pushing through or having adverse conditions and getting to the finish line. And all of that is great, but it is not the complete package. Really being the master of your mind has everything to do with first being aware of where your mind is dwelling. Because the greatest addiction we all have is the addiction to our mind. So what is it that we are addicted to, right? Mm-hmm. Where is the mind dwelling? Are we addicted to lack? Are we addicted to worry? Are we addicted to anxiety, to drama, right? Drunk on the drama. That's one of my favorite quotes. Are you drunk on the drama of life? And once we recognize where our mind is dwelling, which was such a huge wake up for me, then we can begin to discern and get clear on what kind of mind do we want? And how do we want to live? And who do we want to be within this world? Because I think we all dream to see a world where there's more kindness and a world where we're successful and a world where there's more ease and less sickness and mental disease and physical disease. And so we really need to ask ourselves, are we contributing to the world that we dream to see? Or are we contributing to the one that we're fighting that already exists? Right. And that's where we really begin to gain power to direct ourselves in the direction that we desire. And we have to get clear on what we want. We have to get clear on who we want to be. And only then can we begin to direct our thoughts. It's a guiding, guide our thoughts in the direction of what we want. Because we spend a lot of time focusing on what we don't want. And we know that like attracts like, and there is a law of attraction out there, whether you are looking at that law from a metaphysical law or universal law, or if you're looking at it from the law of material science, like attracts like. So if you are worried, you are attracting exactly what you don't want. If you are anxious about race day, you are attracting circumstances that are going to give you an anxiety attack. I've lived it. I've been there. But as we train the mind, we get stronger and stronger every day in guiding it in the direction that we want, which is ease, calm, success, faster paces, all of that stuff that we begin to embody with less fight. And then we draw that reality to us. It's not just chasing our dreams, but we can actually live in a way where we're calling our dreams to us.
Yeah. You'll say what you focus on expands.
Yeah, it does.
And that, I think, has been one of the biggest openers for me, or what I use to kind of key the redirection back to what I want is, you get caught up in negative stuff, whatever it is, or going down those cycles, and what you focus on expands. And I think you guys say that a lot, and that is just, it's like a key trigger for me now.
Yeah.
To recognize that.
Yeah, and calmness is really the base. We know meditation practice, we know this, there's thousands, over 5,000 peer-reviewed published studies on how meditation and mindfulness can positively benefit your life. So I'm not here to prove that to anyone. But the physiological piece of being calm and meditation in and of itself is a very parasympathetic stimulating exercise, which is that healing nervous system, which is going to help us recover from our workouts. It's going to help us metabolize our nutrition. And then what I've learned, passed down from my teacher, and what I've lived is that when we are calm, we are invincible. And I have no desire to be anything less than that in this life. And I think that there's a lot of athletes out there too that want the same thing, and they can have it.
Yeah. The other thing you hit on, which I think is key, is the not focusing on what you can't control, right? Just with this race alone, there's already talk about the swim not happening and things like that. And people, you can see it on Facebook, they're just getting so caught up in if it doesn't happen. And then I feel myself even being drawn into it. All of a sudden I'm thinking about, okay, what pace do I run the 5K at? And all of this stuff, which is completely out of my control. It doesn't even matter. Why spend any energy on that whatsoever?
There's a lot of untrained minds. And I don't mean that as a dig, it's just a truth. If we're worrying about what the weather is going to be like 3 weeks from today, that is a red flag that present moment awareness is an opportunity in your life. And we know that present moment awareness is the essence of peak performance in sport, the essence. Present moment awareness. So we got to train the minds to be present. And then you're just opened up to a stream of possibility. It's all right there.
And here he comes. I need a wider lens. I need a wider lens for you. You like to come in for close-ups. Was that everything you had to stand over there?
There was something I was going to say, and I started going down, and then I forgot, but then I wrapped it into something new. So I was like, okay, that's good.
Well, I was trying to be I'm going to be so focused on, be very present. And then all of a sudden I was like, I can't even remember the questions I was going to ask. Room cleaning going on while I was gone. So I asked if Father's Day wise, maybe they could clean up the room while I was gone. So, all right. Am I about to see something?
Wait, first I'm actually working on something, so don't mind the table.
Wow, this looks amazing. Holy moly, how many tears did it take to get this clean?
One.
None.
One tear, only one teardrop?
No, not drop, but one incident.
One incident?
Over something I'll show you later. And watch the bouncy ball.
Whoa, you're getting here too.
And the,
Looks pretty amazing.
Me and Pete are right now working on a project.
Okay, awesome. It looks beautiful, girls. I love it. Man, look at that. I can see the floor.